What's up, flower friend? It's November 4th and I'm going to be planting some ranunculus today. Thought we would grow these together. You know, ranunculus growing really doesn't have to be hard. The problem with ranunculus, the package usually says to start growing them the wrong time of year. So we're going to talk a little more in depth about ranunculus, but the first thing I need to do is, hi Mama Turkey, hello, do you want to be in the video too? The first thing I need to do is get these soaking because the corms come dry like this. So they're gonna soak for about 4 hours. I really don't do anything special anymore. I just fill this up with water, let it sit, and then go do something for 4 hours. Okay, I filled my container up with water, just covering the ranunculus, and they'll just sit here like this. You know, I've done it before where I've had water dripping in here to act as a bubbler, but I'm just gonna sit this beside me. I'm fixing to do the Flowers and Friends talk show, so I'll just kind of move it every now and then because I'm gonna be sitting by a computer for a little while. All right, we'll be back. It's been 3 hours and I think that my corms are plumped up enough. So I'm just, the extra water, I have my amaryllis outside because it's beautiful. It's 70, 80 degrees. So I thought I would put them out here so they could get a head start on flowering. So now let's go plant these ranunculus. So before I get started planting, I obviously have to prepare my ground. And what I did was, this was an existing garden bed from last year. So I obviously took out any weeds, anything that didn't need to be there. And I took a pitchfork and just really, you know, worked the soil and made it loose. And then I came back through with compost and added a fresh layer because ranunculus, they like a lot of food. And the compost that I use is just from our barn. It's a mixture of aged chicken manure and goat manure, all that kind of stuff. Pick up whatever manure you can find. But now that I've got my little bed ready, after I've got all of my compost incorporated in here, I have just taken electrical rods. I like to use them to hold up my netting. But today I'm going to use them to help me keep a straight line. I've got 3 of them right here, 1, 2, 3, because I'm going to have 3 rows of ranunculus. So the big question about ranunculus is how closely can you space them? I had a big greenhouse grower that grew a lot of ranunculus one time tell me to plant them 4 inches apart and they'll do just fine. And so that's what I've been doing ever since, and it has worked out very well. You're supposed to plant them around 2 inches deep, and so that's what I'm going to do today. When you are planting ranunculus, they look like spiders, right? Plant them just as if a spider were walking. So you're gonna have this part facing down, and this part is where the growth will appear and your flowers will eventually come.